Hey everyone, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons for another by request video tutorial. Today I'm going to be helping you bring your finger picking chops to the next level as I break down my personal way of performing Harry Nilsson's Everybody's Talking. Now this lesson goes out to Grace. Thanks so much for putting in your request. And for those of you jamming along at home, I have the chords and tabs available for you at patreon.com/swiftlessons. Now, let's get started with our lesson. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear a word they're saying, only the echo of my mind. People stopped and staring, but I can't see their faces, only the shadow of their eyes. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain, going where the weather suits my clothes, banking off of the northeast wind, sailing on a summer's breeze, skipping over the ocean like a stone. Okay, close look at the fretboard and also my right hand. We're getting started with our verse section. First, let's get the chords down. We have a C major chord. Next, we have a C major 7/G. That means your pointer finger comes off and your ring finger jumps up one string. In this particular chord, the A string is usually muted. So make sure you have control over that, okay? Then you'll go back to the C chord and bounce back and forth between those two chords. You can actually play most of the verse just like that. Everybody's talking at me, I don't hear. But then we're going to utilize the C dominant 7. So that's putting our pinky on the G string 3rd fret, C7 chord. And next we'll go and bring that root back up to G. So then we put it all together. C major chord. Everybody's, that's right where he comes in singing on the C major 7/G. Talking at me, I don't hear a. Then right on word, C7 chord. Word they're saying. Okay, up next we'll have an F major chord. Only the G chord echoes. And a quick G7 of my mind. And we're back to the C major chord, going back and forth between the C and the C major 7/G. And that's your chord progression for the verse. If you have that down, you're ready to get into the picking. Okay, now that you have your basic chord progression down, we're ready to get into the finger picking. I'm going to perform it for you one time over the verse, then I'll break it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that began with the C major chord fretted. The basic technique we have going, we're beginning with a double pluck, the A and the B string. Then I'm going to glide the thumb down, a little strum, on the D and G string, maybe a bit of the B string. Just like that. Then, using my ring finger, middle finger, and pointer finger, I'm going to play high E string, the B string, and then the pointer finger to the G string. And that sums up your finger picking pattern that you'll use over each of these different chords. Now, over the C major chord, it'll sound like this. But as I jump my ring finger up to the C major 7/G and take off my pointer finger, mind you, my thumb's going to chase the root. So it's going to go up to the E string, as it often does with these types of fingerpicking tunes. So that's your first task. Get that down, that change between C major and C major 7/G. I really need to focus on paintbrushing my thumb. So it's a nice strum there. But it's a slow strum, it kind of has a sweeping kind of vibe to it, right? Keep practicing over and over and over again, get in the muscle memory, and you'll start to see the speed and confidence improve. Alright, really beautiful sound. Okay, so that's what we're going to do for the C to C major 7/G chord progression. It's going to be the same for the C7 chord. However, in that particular case, I might be tempted to grab the G string in that initial double pluck. Then I'll jump the ring finger up and do the same exact thing. Or maybe I'll just grab the B string in that one. It's really your choice. You know, we're kind of pulling strings here, and you may never play it the same way twice. And that's a good thing. You want to try to keep things kind of open and free to interpretation. But generally speaking, let's just say for the C7 chord, we're going to pluck the A and G string to begin. Go through the same exact pattern and technique. Then when we jump back up, that ring finger to the G note, it's actually the 3rd fret of the E string, we're going to go E and B string. Just like that. Alright, so what you just did over that C major 7/G, you're also going to do for the F chord. You're going to do that twice there. And we'll do it for the G major chord and G7 chord before going back to our main progression. Alright, let's put all that together. We have the C major chord once, major 7/G, back to C, back up, C, major 7/G, dominant 7/G, the F chord, the G chord, dominant 7, and then you're back to C major. Before starting your second verse. Okay, so if you have that verse down, you're ready to move into our final section, the chorus. Alright, so there's only 2 parts of the song. The D minor chord comes in. We have the D minor, I'm going where the sun. That's me drawing that root back. See that 3rd fret B string? Basically going to the 2nd fret B string to create a D minor 7 major 7. It's a pretty zany sounding chord, full of tension. Then a D minor 7 barring the 1st fret, B and E string. Then the G chord comes in. Then I'm back to that main theme. Just one time, C, C major 7/G, then C dominant 7, and then with the root changed up to the G. Chasing those roots with my right hand and my thumb. Alright, and that's basically your chorus. You apply that same picking pattern, but now everything's down 1 string. I'm still plucking the B string, though I could do the high E string. But it sounds so much better with the B string. Just like that. Change your chord. That way you can hear the tonality of that B string kind of melody. Alright, so there is that descending line on D minor. Sometimes you hear me pull off. Just like that. Getting up into my G major chord, then the C, and the C7, applying everything that we have already learned. So practice the guitar part over and over again for a couple weeks until you have it down, ingrained into your hands, and then before you know it, you'll be able to sing the tune as well. And then make sure that you're practicing building that muscle memory as well. Put it in the car when you're driving and sing, sing, sing. You really have to train your vocals the same way you train your hands. That's one of my big tips. All right, everyone, thanks so much for checking out this lesson on Harry Nilsson's Everybody's Talking. I hope you enjoyed it. Big thanks to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftlessons for affording me the time to create this video. I hope you're enjoying the extra resources there. I got many more videos coming up, so keep checking back. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia saying happy picking.